Howdy everybody, ArgonMatrix here, welcome you to episode 9 of Dark Souls Remastered. You may notice that I've done a little bit of playing around with our outfit in between videos here, because honestly one of the funnest things to do with armor and stuff in Dark Souls is to just mess around with different combinations, not always stick with just the same set, and just see what kind of stuff you can get that looks alright, and I kind of am digging this. I don't know, like the hat's a little bit silly, but the Sorcerer's hat always is. It's just kind of a strange ensemble, but I think I'm going to rock it out for a little bit, just so you guys are aware. This is the Sorcerer hat, Hollow Thief's leather armor, traveling gloves, and black leather boots. It's always a nice challenge to see if you can find like 4 disparate pieces from 4 different armor sets and make them work together, which I think I have done a relatively good job of here. So, we have several places that I would like to try and get to today, but before we do that, we do have 16,000 souls on the line, so let's not be too foolhardy here. Level up a little bit. How much can we get? That's what, that's a good, wait, because we're at 18 right now. Okay, so that's a good 5 levels. And you know what? I think I'm going to crank them all into strength, to get up to 23 here. I'm kind of gunning for this stone greatsword that we got in the, was it a couple videos ago now when we were going through the Darkroot Garden. Because, like, this one, how much strength does it actually require again? It was like 40 or something? 40, yeah. So if I can get up to, I believe it'll be 28 strength, possibly just 27 now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm doing the math right in my head, then I can give this one a shot. And I don't think I've ever tried this weapon, so I think it would just be a fun time. Doing a little jig on the stairs here. Do you see that? Sometimes you get caught in just the right way. So that's what I'm going to shoot for before anything else, just because I want to try it out. This is the guy I was looking for last time in Firelink Shrine here. You might recognize him as Lautrec of Karim. The guy we freed from the Undead Parish a while back. How are you doing, good buddy?
Hello there. I have your reward. Please.
Oh yeah, he did say he was going to get us a reward when he had time. A sunlight medal. Well, I mean, it's better than a copper coin in the butt.
I am grateful to you for freeing me.
Okay, you can't say I'm grateful and then go kehehehe.
Well,
I'm not going to trust you in that case, dude. Alright, this guy is... he's officially landed on my bad list just from that laugh alone. Liar ahead, I mean... spoiler alert, I guess. Okay. Dude, you're really not making any friends right here.
Methods. Most fools have more humanity than they know what to do with.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at one right now.
Who do you imagine will make the best use of it?
Well, you got anything else for me? I forget what this guy all has to say.
You again. What is it?
Dude, I literally haven't left.
Murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Don't want to get too attached. I can feel you on that one. Now, if you are... If you're kind of fed up with this guy's shit, there's a pretty easy way to kill him from right here. You can just keep on repeatedly kicking him and he'll fall off the edge. And that's a good way to get a pretty nice ring right off the bat, but it does lock you out of some of the story later on involving that character, so let's not be too hasty, as he said. Let's press on here to whatever direction I want to go, which I'm not entirely sure of yet. I've thought about it between videos. Are these guys all gone? Yeah, Petrus and all the rest are all gone now since I reloaded into Firelink Shrine here. That's alright. Do you hear this cat in the background? I don't even see where she is, but she's wants something apparently. At any rate, I think what I'm going to do is make my way back up this elevator over this way, or at least partially up the elevator, and we're going to make our way to the Northern Undead Asylum, back to the starting area of the game, and I want to see if I can clear that out, because it's a pretty short area, all things told. It's a nice area to go to. You don't have to go back there by any means, but it does open up some stuff a little later in the game, as well as there's some nice upgrade materials and stuff you could possibly get out of here. So in order to go back to the Asylum, you just gotta make your way all the way up to the tippy top of Firelink Shrine over here, carefully hugging the wall so you don't fall off, and you'll get to this nest where you can curl up like a ball, because why wouldn't you do that? Really, this is the true peak of Dark Souls, in all honesty. Just wait. Eventually, it does take a while the first time. If you ever have to do this again to like go back to this asylum, it doesn't take nearly as long, but I can enjoy it while we can here. Oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. I love There are definitely parts of this game where Dark Souls doesn't take itself too seriously. And I think this is one of them, but it's also just a cool little Easter egg, a little way. I don't know why the crow is doing this. Like, if we're trying to disguise it with one of its eggs, you wouldn't think it would just, like, kidnap us. Nice shot of our face right there as well. I swear to God, I'm not torturing the cat in the background, by the way. She is just, like, she's kind of not cooperating for some reason. Again, I'm recording in the middle of the day here, so that might have something to do with it. But here we are, back with our little other egg friendos in the Northern Undead Asylum. But since we've opened the door, some of these other hollows have actually escaped here, and they're wielding torches. They're not one to let us back in. Once you leave Fight Club, you can never come back. So they tell me. Alright, let's back off, because those torches do a pretty significant number, especially because I don't have really the best armor for it, probably. I don't know, my armor might have decent fire resistance now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to really test it if I can help it. There is also this. If you head off to the side here, you'll find this other small nest.
You. Give me warm. Give me soft.
Well, speaking of Dark Souls not taking itself too seriously, this is a little nest where you can actually, there are certain types of items that you can leave here. I think we probably have something. I'm not sure of all the details of what items you can leave here. I believe one is this, the rubbish here, actually. You can go ahead and drop that, and we should get something out of that, if I remember right. No, maybe not yet. Oh, you know what you might have to do? You might have to, like, reload the area. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop this here, and you could just, like, save and quit and reload, but that's a little cheesy right now for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. I might die and then, like, be able to come back and get that or something. Because I am kind of wary of this area a little bit. I feel like I'm heading here a little sooner than might be intended. Try stabbing in the back. Well, one thing you should not try is walking clean across these cobblestones right here, because you will come to regret it. Might be a bit of a spoiler, but it's but you want to head around it at least to get to the bonfire here, first and foremost, before we start exploring this area a little more properly. Let me go ahead and rest. Actually, you know what? We can just go around to this other bonfire, because there's a couple things, at least one thing over this way, that we'll want to check out as well in the other bonfire room here. Hello, it looks like this person's just starting the game practically as like a warrior or something. That's cool, good on you, man. Hope your Dark Souls journey goes well. I really, truly do. But for now, we got ourselves at the end of this hallway. You can see that big looming shadow of a Black Knight. You know the drill with these guys. We're going to go ahead and bust out our... we could go with the target shield, actually. It's one of the better shields for parrying. It also has a little bit better defense than our standard cracked round shield there, so let's give this one a shot. It's a very, like, fast parry. You can see it's actually got a different animation. I didn't even realize that. Well, we'll give it a whirl here. I'm not used to parrying with the target shield necessarily, but apparently you don't really need to be used to as long as you know the relative timing on these guys. We have fought one with this same sword. I think this is actually the first one we fought way back in the Undead so... But we've grown up quite a bit since then. We're just going to be able to three-shot him here by the looks of things. Oh, he did get one nice hit off on us, but that's all he's going to get. Good fight, my friend. Good fight. We got the Black Knight sword and a red Titanite chunk. That's actually pretty dope. I think this sword actually requires a little more dexterity than I have, though. 18 dexterity, so yeah, there is that, but you can see now here, great sword of the Black Knights who wander Lordran, used to face chaos demons. The large motion that puts the weight of the body into the attack reflects the great size of their adversaries long ago. Very interesting. So I'm probably not going to end up using that one because 18 dex is a little high for something to invest in a weapon that I'm probably not going to end up using all that much. Like I said, I am sort of a strength-based boy. Who is that in there? That's Oscar. Oh my gosh. This is the one who gave us the Estus Flask, freed us from our prison initially, and now he's gone hollow. So let's try and put him out of his misery here if we can. Again, a pretty nice target to try parrying on anyway. Oh gosh, he's got fat rolls too. Do you see this? That armor's a little heavy for you there, Buster. Man, poor guy. I remember him being actually a little bit tougher to parry than this, but he's proven to be not too bad right now. Okay, don't speak too soon. There we go, that should do the trick. You're done, son. I'm actually going to go ahead and keep this target shield on because I believe there is yet another Black Knight lurking around here somewhere. We do get the crest shield too, which this is the one I was talking about in the Moonlight Butterfly fight, because it has pretty significant magic reduction. You see 80% magic reduction as well as 100% physical, so just all in all a really good shield. Knight of a Nameless Knight, who likely a high-ranked Knight of Astora, one of the enchanted blue shields. The crest shield greatly reduces magic damage. So good to know, yeah. So we got 2 of those crest shields now, actually, because we got the grass crest shield as well. We continue on our way up here. Don't fall for the same trap twice. That boulder, he managed to haul all the way back up the stairs, just in case we made it here. Not today, my friend. Let me go ahead and two-hand this for right now. Since I don't need the... Not gonna... I mean, I could parry these guys, absolutely. These dumb hollow soldiers. Not even hollow soldiers. These guys are just, like, regular hollows. Not that there's a huge difference there in the nomenclature, but... Nice try, buddy. He'll give you a backstab, send you off. Just trying a new tactic. Not every hollow's wielding a bow around here, but probably for good reason. Oh yeah, these guys. Okay, so there's 2 of them in here now. Not that that's really that much more of a concern. Oh, they are a little tougher, though. That armor makes them a bit tougher than their brethren, that's for sure. Oh, this guy's wielding a shield. So you might want to... Or a spear, so you might want to employ your kicks if you got them. Free Titanite, don't mind it. And another Titanite, that's actually pretty nice. A couple of good drops from those guys. You won't be able to open this door unless you got the key from back in Firelink Shrine on top of the roof that we kind of dropped off to a little while ago. And it allows us access to the Rusted Iron Ring, which kind of sounds like crap when you like think about it in brass tacks here, but it improves balance on poor footing, for whatever that means. It's terribly rusted and faintly stained with blood. So yeah, on like certain types of ground in the game, which I don't think we've actually come across any so far, but some types of it, especially like water, will reduce your movement speed pretty significantly. But if you equip that ring, then you can walk just fine. Walk and roll, and it's a pretty big benefit to have, honestly. Despite the fact that you only have 2 ring slots, it might be worth it in those specific areas, especially if you're having trouble dodging out of the way of some of the enemies. Because just to be unfair to you, most of the enemies in those sorts of areas, they're not impeded at all by the water. They just kind of go, and then you're stuck in the mud, just spinning your tires, as it were. All right, we're gonna go ahead, make our way all the way back to the literal start of the game here, which is now guarded by a Black Knight. I'm glad this guy wasn't hanging out here on our first way through. That would have been a little tough trying to deal with this guy with just a straight sword hilt. Ooh, gosh, the timing on that one I was not quite prepared for. Okay. That charging attack is really getting the best of me here. But that should be it. There you go. Yeah, the charging attack that he does there is a little more delayed than most of his other attacks, so you got to be on guard for that, for sure. Ooh, that one's also a little bit delayed, but thankfully I was kind of prepared for it. Lucky me. And then he's probably going to do a quick one. He did, just to throw me off. Read like a book, you dumb Black Knight. Give me that shield. He didn't. I thought I could intimidate him into giving me that. This guy's still down here. I thought... You might have thought, like, on our first way through, that when we looked over here and saw this guy, that it was the Asylum demon. Apparently not. The Asylum demon was a completely other demon. Completely distinct from that one in every possible way. Don't ever confuse them. They look exactly, completely different. Got the Peculiar Doll, which is not going to come to play for a little while here. We'll have a look at it regardless. I believe it's in our key items. Strange doll with a strange dress. There was once an abomination who had no place in this world. She clutched this doll tightly and eventually was drawn into a cold and lonely painted world. It's a little sad. Oh, kind of makes you wonder where that doll actually like came from to wind up in our cell like it did. I don't really have an answer for that, by the way. If you do in the comments, go ahead and leave one for me there. I'm always open to learning more about the niche bits of lore in Dark Souls. Because there's a lot of this game that I don't have a full grasp on for sure, especially some of the more side elements. The main story I'm pretty confident that I have a grasp on all the way, like from Dark Souls 1 through Dark Souls 3. It's one big continuous story, sort of, in some aspects anyway. We got enough for one level here. Let's crank another one into strength, because we can. All in, baby, all in. We could kindle this bonfire, but I don't think it's really worth it in my estimation. Let's go ahead and end this guy. Oh, man. Kind of wanted to preserve my health, because there is actually If you hadn't guessed at this point, I've been kind of, like I mentioned, you don't want to go on the cobblestones here, because there is another boss afoot. Believe it or not, and he's actually not too easy. I'm probably fairly early in the game to be trying to fight this guy. But you know what? Let's take a crack at it. I'm in, baby. I'm in. And you guessed it, is this other friggin' demon just hanging out in the midst. Oh, crap. Oh, I thought that was going to get me for sure. If I can get a moment here, I'd like to try and do this. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if I'm going to get away with that heal, but okay, I did. Oh, he's doing a big old smash attack. So this guy is basically the Asylum demon, the stray demon here, but he has extra little magic finesse to his attacks, and you got to be careful not to roll in as fast as I did there. Just run out of the way of this. Run. Oh crap! That got me, didn't it? Yeah. It didn't feel like it should have at first, and he stomped on my corpse just to BM me. Rude, incredibly rude. But yeah, so this guy is basically, he has a few extra attacks that the Asylum Demon didn't, and he uses a different weapon, as you can see. It's more of a catalyst than the Great Hammer that the Asylum Demon had. But by and large, it's the same sort of fight, just with souped up HP, souped up damage, and that magic panache to boot. I'm going to try my best. Unfortunately, you do have to take this fall damage every single time that you drop into the fight, which is kind of puts us off on the wrong foot here. He turned around to face the wall for whatever reason on that first one. Alright, let me go ahead and S this up here, just to get myself on even footing. I haven't even landed a hit on this guy. I didn't get a hit in on him at all in the first fight, so let's see how much damage we actually do. Not a ton. Let's get out of the way of this. Honestly, a lot of these magic attacks you really want to unlock from him for, because it's easier to... You don't want to try and roll out of the way of most of them. You just want to kind of run, try and get behind him for this one when he like lobs the magic in that direction. When he hops up like this, you want to back off a little ways, just so you don't get caught in his big bum radius. And sometimes he'll get doing this big ground pound here a few times in a row. And it's actually not that bad to avoid. It doesn't have any sort of magic AoE effect to it. It does have just a general AoE. That's gonna be magic right there, though. Let's run back in so that he doesn't chuck a magic bomb at me, because those I find is particularly hard to avoid, especially when he's up against a wall like this. So my general strategy to avoid that magic toss is to run behind him. But if there is no behind him, then I'm stuck in a bit of a pickle. Oh, I thought he was about to do something else there, but he was just adjusting his footing. Can't blame the guy. Just keep stabbing him in the friggin' ankle, man. Back off here. I'm going to go ahead and S this up just to stay on top of things here. With some of these magic blasts... Oh! Okay, that's not bad. He doesn't do that attack all that often. But maybe I wish he would do it more, because apparently landed me some good opportunities for shots there. His abdomen is just a little bit too high for my halberd to deal with a lot of the time. Okay, so I'm definitely early in the game for when I should be fighting this guy. You can tell that much just by my damage output. But I think it's going to be just barely enough. As long as I'm on point with my dodges and timing these my attack windows here, that I should be able to press him. I should be able to win this fight, as long as I have patience. Patience is the name of the game in a lot of Dark Souls fights, especially when you're sort of under-leveled, when you're the underdog like this. You got to take your moments very judiciously. Crap. Oh, I thought that was going to get me, but I managed to get just under his little belly in time. Ooh. All right, want to roll that one. This is a good opportunity for some stabs. Probably took too many stabs there, but oh, he's going for that. I didn't even realize at first. Lucky I got away when I did. You stay at a nice range from him with this halberd. It's not too bad. On my very first playthrough of Dark Souls, when I first, or I guess it probably wouldn't have been on my first playthrough, because I don't think I would have found this guy on my first playthrough, in all honesty. But the very first time I fought him, I remember spending like several hours trying to wear him down. I'm pretty sure I didn't even have like a +5 weapon, and I was like going off of pretty basic equipment. So it was a major slugfest, and I might have actually ended up leaving and coming back when I was stronger, which is probably what I would recommend most people do if you're new to Dark Souls here. But if you're not, and you're one of those crazy people who like you try and do a soul level 1 run or something, by all means. I actually kind of considered doing that for this LP, but I've never done one before, so I didn't want to put myself in a situation that I didn't know what I was prepared for, or that I wasn't prepared to handle anyway. Wouldn't mind trying to do one maybe on stream at some point in the future, though. Oh, crap. Run, 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 run. Oh, barely got away from that one, it felt like. Alright, let's see if we can... I want to try and like bait out a different attack, because that one's... There we go. This is the attack I like. As long as you don't walk in too soon after that and get caught in the rubble. Just a few more of those bad boys. We should have his chunky ass beat here. Come on, Thunder Thighs. Couple more of those. We pretty much got him, I think. Of course, don't get cocky, because he could pull out one of those. And... Oh! Oh! Crap, crap, crap. No, no, no! Oh, drink the Estus, please. That's what I'm talking about, dude. You think you got him down to a sliver of health. You think you got him. You begin to gloat already. But thankfully, we do got him. A little bit of a scare at the end there, for sure. Like, holy crap, victory achieved, though. No soul of a stray demon or anything. He did drop a Titanite slab here, which is the piece of Titanite that you need for your final upgrade to a weapon to get up to, like, I think it's plus 15 that you can get it up to as a max. So there's very few of those throughout the game, and they're pretty limited. There are some enemies that drop them extraordinarily rarely, but by and large, there's just you just gotta go with what you got, or the ones the game gives you. So that is a very precious resource that we probably won't end up using for quite some time. If you are having trouble with that guy, by the way, I can recommend that crest shield that we got, because it has very high magic resistance, and that guy's, a lot of his attacks do count as magic damage, so that is certainly something to consider. But at the end of the day, we got that done. Got 20,000 souls out of the deal, too. Don't mind that at all. This should be enough to get a few more levels anyway. I'll get up to my 27 here that I wanted for that stone greatsword, but do we just want to go all the way to 29? Am I crazy enough to do that? I think I'm going to go 27, and then I'm going to start pumping a little bit into faith here, just because I want to work towards that covenant that I was talking about in the other video, too. So I think I feel okay with this. Maybe up to level 29. That's actually like pretty high for this point in the game, I think, but that's what I get for taking on a somewhat mid-game boss early in the game here. I just want to think for a minute before I actually commit to this. I think this is okay. How much attunement do I need in order to get like another attunement slot? Not that I really need one right now. I think I need to get up to like 14 or something. Yeah, oh wait, no, hold on. I only need one level of attunement. Okay, so let me go like that, just so I have it on hand, and we'll get up to 15 faith. That's fine by me right there. And let me check now. Is 27 strength? It should be enough if my math is right. To two-hand, yeah, hold with two hands to use effectively. Look at this bad boy. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure. It's definitely a lot slower than our halberd. That much is certain. I might be able to upgrade it a little bit, but I think it requires Twinkling Titanite in order to do it. I do need 2,000 souls, so that's kind of a problem. I have some consumable souls, so I could try that. Let's go ahead and pop those. Just to try out something different for a little while. I might end up going back to the halberd at least until I can enforce this a little bit more. But let's go ahead and use all these bad boys. Use all 10, why not? I'm not sure how much that's going to give me. That's 2,000 for all 10, so I mean that's one upgrade level right there. Don't mind that. Stone Greatsword, we got freaking 3 of them. I forgot about that. Go ahead and upgrade this bad boy. Got a couple more I think I should be able to get this up to +3 with the amount of Twinkling Titanite I have, if I have enough souls for that, which I very well might not, given how many consumable souls it looks like I have here. Could burn that soul of the Moonlight Butterfly, because I'm probably not going to end up using any of the weapons that it gives me. But I'd like to hold on to those special souls just as a trophy more than anything, honestly. Even if I don't end up using them, it's nice just to have it. To prove that I beat the Moonlight Butterfly, for what a great feat that is. And let's try one more here. A couple souls of a nameless soldier might do the trick. Might have only needed one of those actually, because yeah, they're 800 each, so that would have been fine, but no harm done. No skin off my nose. Nope, not level up. We're already plenty high enough level. Probably don't need to level up for a good while. Unless we have a certain weapon that we want to go for that has higher stats. There we go. Stone Greatsword +3. Not even bad. Got a huge amount of damage on that now. Let's see how this bad boy fares against some of these hollows on the inside here. We're gonna have to time our attacks a little bit. Oh my gosh, that's pretty hefty. I want to compare that to the halberd actually, just to see. I'm gonna switch off to the halberd because the halberd obviously has a little bit faster attack speed, but I think we have more damage with this one. There is also like a special attack with this one, isn't there? With the stone greatsword, I think it has a. I don't know if it's the same sort of tranquil walk of peace type spell that the stone giants had. Oh my god. The stone greatsword is so much more damage. See that? 173 compared to, I think it was like 333 we were doing. 195 if we get him with like the very tip there. But still, that's something else, dude. So we'll go ahead and rock it out for a little bit, just because like I said, I don't think I've ever used this weapon in my life, so breaking new barriers here. We can also check out over here, because we did die the one time. So this might have caused this to reload as a Titanite chunk. There you go. That's what you get for dropping some rubbish at this bird's feet. There might be a little more that we could drop here in order to get some extra upgrade materials and stuff. I don't know the full list, so I'll probably go into that a little more at a later date once I'm more knowledgeable about it. We'll just come back here and drop a bunch of stuff for them. For right now, I'm content to have finished up here. Dealt with the boss, which I wasn't entirely confident that I was going to do. We'll make our way back to Firelink Shrine. Thank you, bird. I don't even know where this guy was hanging out this whole time. Somewhere in the mountains there, I guess. Just watching from a keen distance.